Greetings, BBQ family. Happy Friday. We finally made it. My goodness.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a challenging week uh, work wise. So I definitely am excited, happy that the weekend is here. I know that a lot of folks, we're coming up on spring forward. I know a lot of folks don't particularly care for the spring forward because, we're going to actually lose an hour when we do move ahead 1 hour. So the weekend will be a little bit shorter. But for me, I've been looking forward to it. I'm kind of ready for the spring. Ready for the weather to warm up a little bit. I'm kind of over the winter. I've seen enough. So I don't know how do you feel about it, Jeannine?
Yeah, it kind of gives me a little bit of the winter blues. It's been rainy, cloudy, super gray, lately cold, windy. We had some thunder, we had lightning. It just feels like we've been thrown everything except for like sunshine. So yeah, I could go for some sun.
Right, right. So I forgot to mention. So this week I am joined again by my lovely wife, Jeannine. So I'm always glad to have you back on the podcast. And, when Jeannine does come on, I like to basically let her choose the topic for the discussion. So for this week's discussion, and I think in honor of, spring coming up, Jeannine wanted to find out, are you ready for the emerging barbecue season? So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And as we get into the discussion, of course, we always invite everyone to please join in. We like to make this be interactive. So please join in with your comments and any questions that you may have. That's what really helps drive the show. Also, want to say hello. We just got joined. I didn't know if she was going to join us, but our lovely daughter, Erin, is going to be helping us out behind the scenes.
She's our producer.
You like to call her our producer. So always glad to see her. And this is, a special weekend for her. Her birthday is coming up on Monday.
Yes.
And it'll be her very first birthday away from home. So gonna wish her a happy early birthday. All right, so let's get it going. So you wanted to talk about, are you ready for the emerging barbecue season? So I guess my initial answer to that question is there is no barbecue season. As far as I'm concerned, barbecue is year round and it's nonstop. If you're really dedicated to the craft and everything, you're not going to let a little bit of damp, cold weather, get in the way of your barbecue pursuits. But I mean, I'll humor you.
That's right.
So, well, let me just say. So, why do you think that there is an emerging barbecue season?
Well, I think it's because not we're here in Northern California and the weather is not always consistent, and I do feel like people take a break, at least maybe some people. I know you're hardcore, you're going to pedal to the metal and continue, but I do feel like some people will want to take a little bit of a break and make more effort to hopefully get ready for spring and into the summer. That's when you kind of it seems like you get more inspired. I also wonder, me, I'm always wondering about the price of meat. If things get a little cheaper, as, spring and summer come along, or maybe just more availability. And I do think people get a little bit more inspired. I feel more motivated when the sun's out longer and the weather's better. and I feel like people have more opportunity, to do things for other reasons. Like, sometimes, we're preparing food for church, and, other people may have obligations where they want to bring something that they've made, to an event. And those tend to happen, in the spring and summer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's legitimate. I think, more people do tend to, get out as the weather does warm up for sure. I guess, yeah, I don't know about the food prices. I mean, I think that's going to fluctuate,
No matter what.
throughout the year, different situations. Like I could swear that I heard, I haven't seen an article, but I could swear that I heard somewhere that the price of, I want to say, chicken has gone up. Over I think there maybe something happened at one of the processing plants.
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
there was a big fire. So,
okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. There have definitely been some fires in certain parts of the country that I think have a ripple effect, here, way over here in California.
Well, I did notice the last time that I was at Costco, I did notice that, 2 whole chickens, they usually sell them in a 2-pack. And I could swear when I looked at it, it was like $30,
yeah.
Which kind of shocked me because that seemed pretty pricey,
And yet,
to me.
Costco, like sometimes if you don't pay attention, they sneak in some organic stuff, so their organic prices are, I think, pretty expensive. So you might have been looking at 2 very beautiful organic chickens as opposed to the common chickens that most of us would just pick.
No.
No? Okay.
I think they were just, I think
Regular
they
old
had
chickens.
the Kirkland.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they were just the regular, whole chickens, and that kind of, I was going to grab them.
Yeah, because I want some chicken.
But then, because you had mentioned it, but then I thought, man, that seems, seems unusually high. So that probably is related to that situation.
It could be. And also, I plan to go by Sam's Club tomorrow, so I will look for some chicken. And if I find it and it's a good price, I'm going to put it in the basket and bring it home.
Okay. Well, I guess what I would also say is, as we do get into spring, and especially if you haven't, been cooking maybe over the past month or two, now would be a great time to get out and, clean your grills, so, get out there, maybe, both clean off the exterior, especially if you don't have it covered, which I don't know why you would do that. But clean off the exterior. And then as far as the grill grates themselves, this would be a good time to do that, get them cleaned, because, old remnants left over, that can impact the taste of the food, that you do prepare. So might as well, if you are kind of looking at this as the start of a barbecue season, then you may as well go ahead and do that as well. Get your grills clean, both inside and out.
Well, and Easter's coming up. So there's even more motivation to me to kind of get out there and, make cook something wonderful. A lot of times people do get together, for Easter. And I know we're going to do just something small for church, but still, it's just a nice opportunity. And hopefully the weather will be good.
Right.
I'm open.
Yeah, you got Easter coming up, and those are usually the holidays, also kind of signify kind of turning points or where things get a little bit more popular in terms of wanting to get out and cook. So, you've got Easter coming, and then, I guess after that is, it's going to be
Memorial
Day.
Yeah,
that'll be like in May, and that to me that really does kind of kick off, the so-called season, because that for a lot of people that kind of marks not necessarily the official start of summer, because it's still kind of like, I think that's still springtime, but the weather is definitely
It's getting better.
a lot nicer around Memorial Day.
And I've noticed that the fuel prices get better right beginning like with Memorial Day too, like sales, like if you're looking for, charcoal or lump charcoal, if I feel like I catch more, and I know you used to really like watch it like a hawk, those sales where you can start stocking up.
Yeah, especially at the big box stores. Memorial Day is a great time to stock up. They usually do have like a pretty good sale, like at Lowe's and Home Depot. Like the Kingsford original, the blue bag stuff is usually, that's a good time to pick them up.
And even better than like Costco and Sam's Club. I mean, it's that good if that's what you need. Yeah.
But, I've also been, people have been in the comments with regard to one of the other videos that I did, where I have a couple of videos out where I was comparing like different brands of regular charcoal, and then also another video looking at lump charcoal. And I know a lot of people have been commenting that right now, at least I think it's still the case, at Walmart, you can get cowboy charcoal for pretty cheap.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's still happening, but I've heard people in my comments saying, that you could get it for like, I don't want to say $10 a bag or something like that.
Well, I plan to go to Walmart tomorrow, so I will let you know if I find it. And if I do find it, do you want me to buy it, or you want me to just leave it there?
I kind of already have.
You have 1 billion bags of charcoal.
I have a good thing of charcoal going on right now.
Yeah.
But here, as you were saying that, I decided to see if I could see what I could find here, and I do see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do have some pretty good prices going on for cowboy. The briquettes looks like
under $10.
Yeah, 40 pounds for a twin pack, $17.92, and then you've got the cowboy lump charcoal for $12.97. They've got some hardwood briquettes.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
14-pound bag, long-lasting hardwood briquettes. I haven't heard of that one, but that's $8.97. And then look, they've got the B&B lump charcoal, 20-pound bag for $14.97.
Yeah.
So, and this is March.
Well, it's not going to be at your regular Walmart. This is either going to be online or it's going to be at your super centers. So hopefully there's, super centers near folks.
How do you know this won't be at your regular?
I'm a Walmart connoisseur.
Walmart.
And I know that many Walmarts do have like a barbecue area, but it is the super centers that have a lot more space to devote to it. And so up here, there's there are several. There's one in Antioch, there's one in American Canyon, there's one in Sassoon. So, those would be some of the more immediate, close by ones that you probably will find, this type. And also, it just depends. I also noticed that Fairfield, for whatever reason, has a pretty huge barbecue section.
All right. Now you're going pretty, very.
I can go deep on Walmart.
Very Bay Area specific, with regard to Walmarts.
Yeah.
But, we do have people watching,
Yes.
from all over the states.
Yes.
Even got some folks watching from as far away as Australia.
Oh my goodness. Well, but that's why I'm saying, that your local Walmart may or may not have this, but hopefully if they do have a super center, they usually will. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I like Walmart. You know me.
Well, I guess the point though is that, despite like what we were saying about,
Yeah.
the so-called barbecue season, and especially waiting until, May or Memorial Day or those holidays. I contend that the barbecue season now
Yes.
is nonstop, and there are good deals to be had. So,
Yeah.
there was an example right there of some pretty good prices available that you can get for charcoal, at everyone's favorite Walmart. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. So, yeah, opportunities. Always good to take advantage of opportunities to stock up on fuel when you can.
Yeah.
Get your grills cleaned up. And then, to me, as far as upping your skills with
Yeah.
barbecue, it really just comes around to being consistent. You just have to get out there and try to learn from whatever your previous experiences were. That's how you get better, is to keep at it, and if you
Took a break.
if you took that break, but if you only cook, 2 or 3 times a year, it's kind of putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Because I think that's unfortunately, I think what happens to a lot of folks.
I agree.
Is that they do, they only cook a couple of times a year. And then when they do get out there, and especially if something doesn't go right,
Right.
it's easy to get discouraged, and then you might not want to go back out there and try it again. And especially if you're having like a party or something,
Yeah.
you're inviting a bunch of people. So that can, you can be putting a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself. So I say, keep cooking on a regular basis.
I agree.
Yeah. So any other thoughts?
Well, no, not so much, but I just have been feeling the urge to want to kind of do something, and I haven't, but the weather has been holding me back. So this is my personal confession. But I'm more than happy to shop for you, if you need meat. If I have learned over this, year or so, I've learned a lot about looking at the meat that you would pick, and I'm always questioning why you pick certain meat. So I think that I think I'm ready to get a little bit more responsibility. So I'm hoping you'll take me more under your wing so I can grow this year. That's my goal.
My goodness. Okay.
I'm ready.
That's what you're saying now. You're saying you're ready.
I am. I'm ready.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, I took on the pork bellies a little bit. I helped with that, but I need a project. So I'm hoping you'll keep me in mind.
Yeah, well, I'd like to, get a little bit more adventurous, with some of the cooks, especially, for the videos. Maybe try to do some things that we haven't done before. We've gotten some comments on some previous podcasts and requests to kind of branch out and not just stick to, kind of like those core favorites.
The delicious ones.
The pork belly, chicken,
Ribs, beef ribs,
but
pork ribs.
Yeah, people want to see more recipes like, fish,
Oh,
vegetables.
yeah.
There's also, there's a ton of different types of kind of barbecue appetizers.
Yes.
So I've got some ideas.
Okay.
And definitely willing to get out there and give that a shot. So
Very cool.
So as you guys do watch, this podcast, or if you're listening in, also the other videos that are available on the YouTube channel, definitely send in your comments, your suggestions, your requests. Most of the videos that I've been doing of late have been based on viewer requests.
Yes.
So definitely encourage you guys to continue to comment and leave your feedback. So, well, all right. Well, looks like we're not really getting many comments for this evening, so
That's
I think
okay.
we can go ahead and put this one to bed. But I do want to thank those that did tune in and watch the live this evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for your continued support. I'm Kenyatta Robinson, joined by my wife, Jeannine. Thank you for tuning in or listening in to the Backyard BBQ podcast.
Yep.
And we'll catch you guys soon. Take care and have a great weekend.